What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and I have a nice truck to bring you this week. I bet you didn't think you're going to see this one as quick as this video is coming out, but she's ready to find a new home. My 2007 GMC Savana 1500 Hightop Explorer conversion van, SE Limited or SE Limited SE package. It's a mouthful either way. 53,000 mile van. If you didn't see my last few videos, we just took this thing down to Florida. It performed flawlessly. Now it's ready to take you and your family on your road trip. I'm going to show you a walk around of this thing, all the inside, all the features, the trimmings, and all that good stuff. We'll take it for a ride down the road and back to the shop. Appreciate everybody for watching. Let's take a look. All right, here she is. Very excited to show you this van. I have become one with this van over the last few weeks. This van is a super clean example of a model year conversion van you just do not find in this condition. I bought it just a few weeks ago. It had 49,270 some odd miles on it. Now it's got just over 53,000. We took this van down to Florida, drove it down, back, around. It was great. Perfect vehicles to take families on trips. Even for, couples to travel in. It's super comfortable. There's a lot of walking around room. You can move around. It's just such a very, versatile van. Obviously very pretty, luxurious. It really kind of just checks all the boxes for highway travel, for family travel, if you got kids or whatever. Now, this particular van I had bought from the second owner. The second owner was the original owner's brother. Original owner bought this van new from a dealer in Atlanta, Georgia. They had it for majority of its life, I think up till 2018. The husband had gotten sick. They weren't using the van anymore, so he sold it to his brother in New York. His brother in New York bought it, took it on one or two very short road trips. Then COVID happened, and the van kind of just got parked in his garage, and it had sat a little bit for the last 2 years. I had bought it. I probably put more miles on it in my time of having it than the second owner had ever put on it, and he had it for a few years. But he took very good care of it, just like his brother did. Both owners were couples, no children, so no kids up until my daughter rode in the back of this van. So it's a survivor, and I say that when it comes to station wagons, when it comes to trucks and stuff like that. Obviously, this thing was built to transport people, family, kids, and usually you see them, especially in an 07, usually they're destroyed by now. This one hasn't been used for that. It's survived that type of treatment and was spared that type of treatment by being owned by two older couples who just use it to travel. And being a Georgia vehicle, it's extremely clean, both underside and above side. We had a great time with it. I absolutely love it. I'd love to keep it, but just I'd have to keep it inside, and there's really no justice for me to keep a van like this for that amount of time. The last van that I had, I used for the same purpose. We took it down to Hershey to the car show, and we took it to Florida, and then I sold it. But I absolutely loved taking that thing. That's why I wanted to buy another one here. So this was converted by Explorer. They're one of the only few remaining van companies that do conversion vans today. I mean, back in the day, there was tons of companies that did it. Today, they're getting fewer and far between. Obviously, it's not as popular as it once was, but for the people who love these things and they use these, they absolutely adore these Explorer vans. You can get them in a lot of different layouts. This is pretty cool because it's got the high top, so you get the high ceilings. And then you have the dual barn doors on both sides, which is kind of rare, kind of sought after too, and you really don't realize how convenient it is until you have it or don't have it. My last van had it, and where my daughter's car seat was in that seat, it was easy for people to get in and out of this side, as the same was easy for me to load my daughter on that side. But we'll get back into the interior in just a minute. I just wanted to point that out. Beautiful paint job on this van. It's like a kind of a gold color. That was the original color of the van, and you can see right on the body line there, they kind of blended in and faded in a beautiful pearl white color. and it really looks absolutely stunning. Add the chrome wheels, the painted to match, you know, textured plastics, and you got yourself a really sharp vehicle. There's a lot of extras on this too that obviously didn't come with it by Explorer, you know, like your bug guard and stuff like that. The billet grille, which really sets it off. These wheels are American racing wheels. Those were offered on this van by Explorer. There are many different options, but these wheels are in nice shape. Got all the trimming on the side. These were added, the chrome mirror covers, the door handle covers. I don't mind them. Some people might not like them. I'm sure they are removable. They're probably just stuck on with double-sided tape. This I've never seen before, but it kind of really fits and flows. It's almost like a fake vent that somebody put on there, but I've never seen this on another Explorer conversion van, but it almost looks like it was put on there, so I really don't know much about that. I don't know really what to make of that, to be honest with you. Coming around the back here, you can see the chrome exhaust tip. The pearl paint goes right around the whole van. I mean, they painted everything. All this stuff would be textured plastic, all painted to match, body colored, all the bumper and stuff like that. It has all the original emblems. I just replaced those two there. You come around this side and you can see it all very consistent. This van's had no paint work or repair outside of obviously what was done when it was manufactured by Explorer, because this is just so very smooth and so very consistent. Now, another nice feature with this van over my last one, and you don't see actually on a lot of them, is these little doohickeys, which a lot of people might ask what these are for. There's one on each fender. They're blind spot cameras, and they operate so effortlessly that as soon as you hit the turn signal on the left side, that camera will light up and will portray basically everything right here. Your mirrors, you get big mirrors on the side here that pick up a lot. Those pick up everything. So there's one of those on each side, and then on the back on the third brake light for a backup camera. So let me go around. I'm going to show you a couple little defects, a little chips here and there. This van is in such phenomenal shape that it's really hard to duplicate this van. Condition-wise, year-wise, even mileage-wise. And I'm doing my best to do that and show you everything here. Now, all this stuff, like I said, was all painted at Explorer. But you can see over 50,000 miles. There's a few very minor chips. Some on the fascia of the front bumper here. This trim, all the chrome shows very well. A couple little marks right on the lower valance there. Another cool thing was these front license plates are a step, so this kind of folds down and folds back up. It's spring loaded, but this allows you to step up, you know, service the windshield or windshield wipers or even under the hood. Nice vent shade or bug guard, whatever they call that there. But you can see here, like I said, a few chips. Some of them were touched up over time. Headlights are nice and crystal clear. This van was definitely garaged and really well kept. Chrome American racing wheels, like I said. These are 20-inch wheels. The previous owner, just before COVID really struck, had all 4 tires replaced, put a really nice set of BF Goodrich Advantage TAs on it. It's a sport tire. They held the road great, but the great thing about these is they're an extra load tire, so they really take the weight of the van nicely. Full wheel pads and rotors he replaced, front and rear brakes, new battery under the hood. When I got it, I did a synthetic Mobil 1 oil change with an AC Delco filter, and then I replaced the front and rear shocks with KYB shocks, which really firmed the vehicle up nicely. Had a little bit of bounce in the back from the original shocks being in it, so the new shocks really made it ride quite nicely. Beautiful gold paint up on the top surfaces. A few very minor scratches, probably going to be hard to see, but you can see maybe right, yep, little cluster right there. There's one right there as well. Very minor imperfections with this van. Here's another one of the turn signal / side view mirror or side view cameras. They even painted all the window deflectors here, which kind of looks a little nice, you know, being body colored. All the original tinted glass. All the side trimmings. Now this is really big with these vans. I remember my last one, this is all like fiberglass skirting, and mine were kind of cracked and showed a little bit of weathering. But what's nice is they hide a step up, you know, so you can step up on this, up into the sill, and then up into the van. But when they're closed, you wouldn't even know they're there. But the thing with those is careless drivers usually hit curbs and whatnot, or people jack these vans up and they crack those lower ground effects. These are all in beautiful shape, really nice. The only thing I noticed here is somebody put like a chrome, I don't know, an additional chrome strip here, around the wheel wells, you can see them. And in some spots, the chrome is starting to kind of like, you know, maybe fade or flake. You know, me personally, if I was going to keep the van, I'd probably remove it, but I actually think it looks good. Kind of gives it a little extra flair. There's a lot of flair with this van. So love it or hate it, it's there. All the hinges are in really nice shape. These are really common for these hinges to start binding up. Absolutely no issues with that. All the doors open perfectly. You can see just how clean this is down on the lower section here. Little minor chip right on the door there, but even all the door edges are in really nice shape. The glass is all in really nice shape. All the Explorer emblems show really well. This is a little piece of dust. You can see here a little bit of flaking of the chrome. There's a little scratch right there. Chrome wheels are in nice shape. They do show very, very minor pitting. A little bit of dust. It's springtime in New England. The pollen is already out, but very minor pitting in some of the pockets. But overall in really nice shape. Like I said, a Georgia van, so pretty clean. Tires were replaced at 49,000 miles, brakes at 49,000, and then the shock. So everything's got about 4,000 miles of wear on it. The chrome exhaust tip, all the side skirting around here is in really nice shape. Come around the back, up to the top. There's the camera for the rear backup screen or backup camera. It also does have the rear parking sensors. Those you can hear when you put it in reverse. Comes on automatically. All the back doors are in really nice shape. Like I said, all this stuff is painted to match. I did just replace these emblems. The originals were kind of starting to fade. I wanted to brighten it up a little bit. I would say the worst body damage is in the back here, and I don't know if I'd say it's body damage, but you can see just a few little chips here and there. Some of them were touched up. A couple little minor marks. A little bit of a stress crack, not crack, but maybe in the paint you can see. Like somebody might have bumped into something and put a little bit of stress in the paint there. I did just install this Class 4 Reese trailer hitch. Really nice installation there. Very, very clean. Very easy to install too. But it's only been used once. I put it on and I only towed once with it. All the side skirting around the corners of the bumpers are in really nice shape. Again, all the emblems, taillights show really well. Glass is all in nice shape. Take a look here inside the wheel well. You can see very, very clean, no rust, really chunky tires. Still has the nubs on them. And again, like I said, these tires are very recent, 2019 date codes. They are rated for extreme weather. So these are really good all season, you know, anywhere you want to go tires. But they are extra load rated, so they're perfect for this van. Again, all the side skirting, I'll show you, is in really nice shape. And there's one minor little chip right there on the edge. And I remember on this door, a very, very minor spot right there as well. But again, all the hinges, everything opens up. Super, super easy. No binding or anything like that. Here's another example of the Limited SE emblem, the Explorer's emblem. I think these were added, the GMC emblems. I haven't seen those on many other vans. Again, beautiful chrome American racing wheels. Like I said, just a few little minor spots. You can see a little bit of corrosion around the little screw holes, but otherwise very nice. And all the cladding and stuff on the bottom is all in really, really nice shape. You know, this van is going to be an excellent van for any type of family. Remember, there was one chip of paint right up there as well, to use, enjoy, love, and make lots of memories with it. Let's take a look inside the van, and let me show you all the features it has. All right, let's take a look inside the van. This is the best part of this van, really, because this is ultimately what gives you the pleasure of driving, the pleasure of cruising. And one thing that I can say with this van is Explorer, the conversion company, left nothing untouched, nothing original. Everything's been either recovered or redone, whatever. They've done everything in this van, and condition of the inside is really what depicts how clean and how well kept this van is, from the seats to the carpeting, all the cubby holes and stuff like that. You get seating for 7. I'll start on the driver's door panel here. You can see they took the original style door panel and they even added to it. They added a nice padding up here. Great place to put your elbow or arm for an armrest. All the wood trimming here on the bottom. They added all this, a nice little zippered cubby here, all the carpeting on the bottom, speaker. Even went as far as to adding like these sill plates here to kind of give you a little bit more, I don't know, I think it looks nice, but it's also stronger. You know, instead of just a plastic sill, they put this aluminum piece over. I remember my last van having that. Has power lumbar, power forward and back, tilt up and down on both sides. And then on the inbound side here of the armrest, you can see on the other side, it's got a heat in lumbar. I'm sorry, this is the recline. Yeah, that's what that is. The lumbar and the heat are on the other side of the armrest here. They even went as far as adding wood to the dashboard, all the trimming here, wood trim steering wheel, and this is like a real solid wood, not like a fake sticker or something. Leather wrapped wheel, your headlights, turn signals, all the cluster shows 53,400 miles. Dashboard is in really nice shape. All the headlining and everything has been all redone here. Really nice, kind of like a suede type of headliner. Some wood accents. This is a controller for a CD changer, which I believe is under that seat, and all the controls to the back. I'll get into that in a minute, and as well as the rear air conditioning. What's nice is how they put the navigation into this. You can see here it's got a factory GM or GMC Bose sound system, navigation. You hit the nav button here, you can see right where we are. It is disc based, so it is a little antiquated for obviously today's standards, but it works well. And the best part is like I said, the signals with the side view cameras, you simply hit the signal and it lights up the side view of the corresponding signal. You can see here, I got my hand waving outside the door, and then that also works in reverse. I'll do that when I get back in here. But tons of storage, tons of cup holders, cubbies, and none of them are just trash and debris up with crap. You have 2 charging ports in the front here. This switch is the main on and off switch for the rear TV. You have a tow haul mode button here. This I think kind of acts as like your glove box. I have the original owner's manual in there. This was a phone holder that kind of suction cup to the windshield, and there's some other little extras in there. These are extra button covers. You'll see in the back, I'll show you a lot of the screws. They have these little covers over, some extra fuses, a few little extra pieces like that. This obviously isn't, you know, from Explorer, but it was a really nice thing to have. And then the owner's manual is there. In the center here, you can see 2 more cup holders, little storage trays. Actually, I never even really noticed this guy here, Pioneer. This must be for, I have no idea what this is for. I actually just noticed that now. This little guy pops up. You have a cooler there. It's not self-draining, but you can put ice in it and it will stay cold. We use that going down. Little, you know, pockets here to put stuff. This is an on and off switch for the rear speakers. But you can see here, even they inscribed their insignia on the leather. The leather is in really, really nice shape. Very, very minor, just kind of creases on the side here. But even the bolsters are very, very strong, not worn out from sliding in and out of this van. Really nice shape there. You open up the back here. Both these doors open up nice and wide. All the curtains and stuff, simple up and down curtains, all in phenomenal shape. No kids have been playing with these. You can see them all deployed there. They're not all beat up or stained or anything like that. Cup holders, nice big cup holders. Obviously ashtrays. I don't know why they still put those in there. All the wood here. They built these door panels out to be real nice panels. Again, they got their insignia here. Little storage pockets in there. Got little, you know, just privacy. It lets enough sun and shade in. You know, you can still see, you know, what's going on outside, but it really gives a nice privacy with the tint looking in. These back seats are absolutely gorgeous. This was a seat that my daughter sat in. We had a real thick cover over it because I didn't want to leave any impressions by car seats or anything like that. But I mean, just look at how clean the carpet is. All the door sill area. You have a nice step up here, and then you step into the van. All storage behind the seats here. You have little zip up areas to store things. Little pocket here to put, I don't know, DVDs or stuff like that. This is a DVD player. Works very well for us going down. Little spots you can put the remotes. There's a remote for the DVD. We'll get over there. Video game setup if you wanted to wire one in. A rear auxiliary output there to charge stuff. These captain's chairs in the second row are removable. They're on a swiveling system here that just like one little lever swivels out and you can pull these out. The seat belts disconnect so you can like physically remove everything. You don't have to unbolt seat belts or anything like that, but they work very well. These have dual armrests. All the armrests are in really nice shape. None of them are loose or falling off. Independent buckles all attached to it, so you really don't have to worry about, you know, things protruding through the floor if you do take these seats out. We left them in. There's your rear fuses for the TV and stuff like that. Little fuse box there. We'll put this up here. You can see, like I said, the carpeting is absolutely super, super nice. I mean, just really, really well kept. And the easiest way to keep them this nice is by not letting kids trash them. Jensen HD TV, high definition. Up on the ceiling there, you can see the output for the infrared wireless headphones. I have two of those. We just put brand new batteries in those. But if you don't want to have it on headphones, like I said, this switch here turns on the rear TV speakers, which are all these Blancpanked, Blaupunkt, I said that wrong, speakers to kind of keep all the sound here. So I was able to drive this van listening to the radio with the sound up front, and then my daughter was able, and everybody else was able to watch TV, and it really didn't interfere. I could kind of overhear a little bit because it's almost like surround sound. You can see all the speakers that they put in this thing, but it was not overbearing. That's a nice little LED like night light or whatever. All the reading lights. It does have a power sunroof. I'll show you how that works in a minute. But I do, like I said, have two of these. The remote for that works perfectly as well. And again, all inside the door jambs are super, super nice, super clean. I'm gonna close that one up there. Come around the back here. At the back, these doors open up. They kind of have a stop where they'll open up at 90 degrees, but you can go all the way back and open them all the way nice and wide. For tailgating, this would be great for tailgating. It does have the screens or the shades on the back windows. Little vent window here. Again, these are all in super nice shape. A little cubby pocket for whatever you want to put back there. We'll come over to this side. This one, all nicely appointed, really well done. I give Explorer a lot of credit there. Nice little cubby here, but I mean, just look how clean it is. Nothing's ever really been in these things. Nice to have a door lock button there. So these open nice and wide. You got pull handles here, map lights, stuff like that. I think this is an air inlet for the rear AC. These guys here, I really don't know what these are for. Well, I know what they're for, but I don't know what they do. This is for this flexible dock, which is just up there. I'll show you that in a minute. They're all different types of connectors. I'm not an iPad type of guy, so I don't know. That, I don't really know what that's for. Looks like something to charge something off of. I'm really not sure, to be honest with you. These seat belts here for the rear, and then you can see it has the center seat belt as well. I do have all the original floor mats. I mean, just look how nice these floor mats are. A little bit of stain right there on that passenger one, but all the floor mats are in super, super nice shape. Every one of them comes with the van, and then even the bottom here shows really well. Inside here, you open this up, you have your jack, lug wrench, stuff like that. Close that up, you have another accessory outlet back here. The cool thing with this and these Explorer vans is they got this control here. This will activate your power tilting bed. This will fold all the way down flush, flat. These guys will go backwards. You can tuck the seat belts down and in, but essentially you could camp back here. This little pad comes out in the middle. It's actually quite nice. We didn't do it in this van, but in our last van we did. We took it up to Maine, and it was a nice little unit. We took the seats out. It was great. But that's all power activated here, and it works perfect. Then on the back of the seat here, you got a little kind of storage thing for, I don't know what you put in there, towels or whatever. But this is also adjustable. You can slide it forward and back. Kind of messes up the cleanliness of the seat belts, which is OCD for me. But really nice. You can fit a lot of stuff here. We fit everything in the back here and had this seat all the way back for my rear seat passengers. Got that aluminum plate there as well. Oh, that one doesn't close first. It ain't gonna latch to anything. Come over this side. I was gonna come over here and close this one first, but I don't know what I was thinking there. I don't know if I pointed this out already, but that's that rear backup camera integrated right into that third brake light, which is really nice. So we'll come over to this side. Basically the same as the driver's side. Opens up 90 degrees on both sides. You have the shades here. They all fold up nicely. These windows are stationary. These ones on the forward doors have a little pop, vent. Again, all the wood trimming is in really nice shape. Cup holders are super clean. Ashtrays never been used. And again, the seats are in so nice of condition. You can see the leather is just real nice in this. There is that controller. I think maybe this was for the TV. No, Valor. This is for the DVD player. I'll have to ask my wife. I'm pretty sure that was for the DVD player. I really don't know what that is. That says Pioneer, I thought it said on it. Maybe it's got a rear radio. I'm not entirely sure. We'll close this and we're gonna climb up into the van here. And those little plugs, you can see, I pointed out those docking stations. There's another one over here. I'm really not sure what those do, whether they charge something or you can put different adapters on there. It does have another set of cup holders, full center armrest, and then all these storage bins you can see up in the roof here are all nice deep bins. You flip these guys open, they have little cargo nets, and they go straight through. Rear climate control. You can have that set up front to either rear control or front control. But I love all the wood that they put through here, all the lighting. They have all backlighting behind all these shades, which is really nice. Kind of adds to the luxurious feel when you go down the road. Anyways, like I said, HD TV, all these storage compartments, all inside here, very clean. This is just a really well kept van. And like I said a couple times, the reason that this car or this van survived is because it was never used to transport kids around. You just don't get rear seat leather like this carpeting this clean. We'll come up to the front here. And you can see, just like on the driver's side, they rebuilt all these door panels to be just covered in luxury. The wood trimmings, the padded armrest here, all the switches, all this custom stuff done. Very, very nice shape. You have another little pocket in there. Another two-step system here. I mean, I just kind of got up in this, but for the little ones, the first step is nice to have. Dual power seats, like I said, up and down. And then this is your power recliner. And again, look at how nice this leather is. Nice and firm. It's not worn out like from, you know, big people sitting in it. It's really, really clean. The suede headliner is super nice. We'll climb up there and show you the cockpit of this. You know, like I said, they recovered all this stuff, all matching headliner material. Really, really well done. Let's jump in that driver's seat. We'll start it up. We'll pop the hood. Actually, it's been running, but I'll start it again. All right, so we're behind the wheel here, and you can see I have 3 GMC keys, the original selling dealer's dealer tag or keychain, and then 2 keyless entry remotes. We'll start it up. All the lights come on, and then shut off, go through their safety check or a little bit of fade I noticed up on some of the wood here up on the top of the dash. I'm assuming from the sun coming down, it's really like right here in the center. But the front of the dash all looks good. There's no cracks or anything like that. So now I think I showed you already that the turn signals light up. But what I didn't show you is when you put it in reverse here, you can hear that audible beeping sound, but you can back up and see exactly, and this is very accurate. Like, I backed up into my driveway with this, and right where the screen ends is kind of where the bumper is. So you can really get a good gauge on how you back up. And it also has, like I said, that beeping noise that as you get closer to something, it starts progressively beeping quicker and quicker. Everything inside works, all your horn, your headlights, all that stuff. These controls up here, like I said, this was for a CD changer that's under that passenger seat. This is for the power sunroof in the back. I've actually only used it once. It vents. And if you push and hold, I don't know if you can see it from here, but it opens it up all the way. These lower indirect lights are the lights that are behind the, you can actually kind of see them lit up. The back there behind the shade coverings. The ceiling indirect light is that guy in the middle. At nighttime, it gives it a nice little glow back there. Cabinet lights light up all the lights inside these cabinets in the roof. And then your driving lights or your lower fog lights as well. Rear control, like I said, for the AC, you can have control up here, or you can turn it on rear control so they can control in the back. I mentioned that was for the TV. This guy here, I don't know what this is for. It is wired right into the dashboard there, I assume, to connect to the radio. I am not a tech type of person, so I just left it tucked in there and pretended I knew none the wiser. But let's pop the hood here, and I'm going to show you under the hood, even the driver's area, just climbing in and out of here. You can see there's really no excessive wear on the carpeting. Even on the seat, it shows super, super nice. Let's take a look under the hood at that 5.3 liter V8. Now you pop the hood and it's super clean under the engine bay. I didn't even really want to detail this because I wanted to show you how nice it was. So it's not dressed or clean like I normally do. This is how I got the van, and you can see here how everything presents so cleanly. Under hood light operates and functions. You can see how nice and clean the coolant is. All the fluids are in really good condition. Battery was recent as of November of 2021. So that battery isn't even a year old. All your fluids and everything are right here. Oil fill, oil check, transmission, radiator overflow and the radiator cap. Windshield washer, power steering, and brake. Everything is kind of clustered under there, but you can service everything right up top here, and it's got a neat little hood propper on. Before I head back to my shop, I just want to see if I can show you how clean this van is underneath. Now if I zoom out, you can see all the stickers and stuff. New rear shocks in the back. Very large gas tank. But super clean. All the lines, the AC lines and stuff running down the side. Super clean underneath this van. No leaks or drips or anything like that. I was under this van when I did the oil change, and I put the shocks in it, and I had it up in the air. I should have took pictures then, but I didn't. That is from the air conditioning when I backed up. There are no leaks. There's no oil leaks, coolant leaks, anything. So let's take this girl on the road. All right, put it down in the drive there. I know it shows like it's going crazy on my camera. I can see it, but the cluster is not doing that in real life. What's nice about this van is it's nice and quiet on the highway. The tires are in real nice shape. Like I said, they're nice and smooth on the highway. It drives down the road straight. We got air conditioning. Whoa, this guy's coming out a little hot and heavy. So when you're cruising, you feel nice, you're comfortable, you sit in a nice position. You know, the air keeps the cabin cool, both front and rear. It does a real nice job at that. The windshield's nice and wide. The mirrors are nice and big. You can see kind of everything you want to see in this van. So we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to take this up on the highway. So when we took this thing down to Florida, a lot of people ask me what kind of gas mileage does this thing get, because I mean it's in the shape of a brick and you're driving it down the highway. This thing surprisingly caught like 16.5 to 17 miles to the gallon, and we were cruising pretty steadily at probably 70 to 80 miles an hour. You get down into like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia area, the speed limit's 70. I would say probably 65, 70 when we were closer to home, but 16.5, 17 miles to the gallon, going down, van loaded, coming back, towing the car back with us. I think I was averaging like 13.5 to 14, which actually really surprised me. I was figuring like 10, but this has got the 5.3 liter Vortec V8, really tried and true V8 that GM put in these vans, and they're great for longevity, ease of maintenance. I mean, they're just super reliable vans. Or engine drive lines, I should say. They got them in the Silverados and all the other vehicles that would need stuff like that. You get a little bit of, you know, on a windy day, you might get a little bit of blow. You know, it kind of sways a little bit if you get a gust of wind. But really, it was enjoyable the whole way down. It wasn't. These vans aren't hard to drive and hard to handle. Definitely after I put the rear shocks in it, it was even better. Not to say that these are nimble and, you know, sporty. You know, obviously they're very top heavy, you know, type of floaty feel. They really drive like a luxury vehicle, you know, but you know, they're responsive, you know, but they have, you know, a little bit of roll to them, and I think that's just characteristic of the van with the high top on it. I really don't think you can expect anything differently, you know, being trimmed out like that. All right, now we're gonna head back to the shop with the van, get it back inside before the dust and pollen gets to it. If you have any questions about this van, my name's Anthony. 978-930-1004 is my cell phone. You can see tons of pictures on my website of the van. Obviously, I appreciate everybody for tuning into this lengthy video, and I'm sure it was a lot longer because it was such a different vehicle and there's a lot of things to show with this. But I'm very proud to offer this van because it's such a clean example of an older van, but a really well kept, well preserved luxury conversion van. Price that I'm going to put on this van, I'm going to be asking $33,500 for this van. You know, these things when they were new were $80,000. You know, and that was from Explorer. You bought these from Chevy dealers, they sell them, or I think you could actually maybe buy them from Explorer. I'm not 100% sure about that. But these were not cheap and they were new. And obviously, given the amount of work that they put into them and the different features, you know, you could get these in a low top. You could get them in really very, very bare conversion. I had one last year that was a low top. It didn't have the custom leather or anything like that, but you know, it had the power sofa in the back and stuff like that. So there's definitely a lot of options you can get with these. This one is definitely a highly optioned one with the navigation, the cameras, the leather, the heated seats. There's a lot of features in this van. So $33,500 on this one. Like I said, fully serviced, new tires, new brakes, new shocks. Just did a fresh synthetic oil change, new battery. Trailer hitch is brand new. It's only towed once. Georgia van, super, super clean. Any questions? 978-930-1004 is my number. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you on the next one.